Q103, Albany's rock station. So we're super pumped today to be joined by a couple of fine gentlemen who, for the last couple of decades, have been making an abundance of tunes that we have grown to know and love, and now are in the process of making some new music for us and in the road together. We are joined right now by Noodles of the Offspring and Nick and P-Nut from 311. Good afternoon, guys.
What's going on?
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hi, Candace.
Hello. Not much. This is kind of interesting. I feel like this is the OG kind of group chat going on we have right now.
Yeah, we're in a chat room.
So I got.
It's real.
We're chatting
really
in a room.
Right. So I got to tell you guys, teenage Candace is seriously geeking it out inside, while present-day Candace is trying to keep herself together. So I'm pretty.
You're doing great.
Thanks. I'm pretty excited that a couple of bands that were such a staple to my love of music growing up are hitting the road together this summer. You guys got a tour coming up, the Never-Ending Summer Tour. Have you guys ever toured together before?
We went out in 2010 together to wild success, so we're repeating said success.
You guys were a big part of the 90s music scene, and I know that a lot of my friends and our listeners grew up with you guys. Have you noticed that your audience has stayed the same going? Do you see a newer generation coming to show up to the shows when you're out there on the stage?
I think we see a lot of our old fans bringing their children now.
Yeah.
The front part of the crowd has always been young. It is never changed. It's always been young fans coming out. They work their way up to the front. I don't know how to account for that, but it's rad. We feed off that energy. So having a bunch of young, fresh faces, energetic up front, it's rad. It feels great. We feed off that energy.
That's so awesome, man. We're super pumped because we get several options to show up and get down in the pit and see you guys live throughout mid-August. On any given day, we can hop in the car, drive about an hour and a half, and check out one of your shows. You guys are going to be bringing the tour to Syracuse, Hartford, Homedale, Bethel, and Jones Beach. So a lot of options to go check out this tour from the Capital Region. So this one is for Noodles. Noodles, you guys have a couple of albums that are in an anniversary stage right now. When you guys are going to be playing this summer, do you have any plans to maybe play the albums in their entirety, like maybe Smash or Americana?
I don't think we're going to be doing it this summer. But I know, really, next year is 25 years for Smash, and Americana did come out at the end of 98, right? But really, 99 is the year that we kind of associate it. So I don't know. We don't have any plans yet, but we always love thinking about things like that, and we've done a few times, played those songs, those albums all the way through, and it's a blast to do that. You have to relearn some of those songs that you never played out.
Right.
Super fun.
Speaking of music, you guys have been in the process of working on a new album for a couple years now. We've understood that you guys were going to take your time, and good things come with time. I heard that 2018 might actually be the year. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, the record's almost done. Legitimately almost done. I think we have 10 songs done, and a couple more we're working just writing lyrics for. And then we might do one or two more on top of that, but we have a full amount of record. It looks like it's going to be fall. We were hoping to have it out this summer. I was recently informed that it looks more like fall now. But just for the mechanics of it, really, once we get it all
better
done.
not to disappoint, not have an unrealistic view of it.
But we've got one of the new songs already ready to go. It's one of the upbeat ones. The working title's Ripping. I don't know if we're going to go with the title that we really call it. So the working title's Ripping. So it kind of gives you an idea of what the song is about, and I think that we'll be playing that over the summer.
Awesome. That was going to be my next question. So first chance to hear it might be at one of these live shows. So P-Nut, you guys recently put out a new album. 311 put out Mosaic, last summer, I do believe. Are you guys working on album number 13 already?
We are. We're working on Lucky 13. I can't say we're almost done with it, but the rate that we're working at right now means that we'll be done sooner than later. We're enjoying this momentum we have. I think when we stay in writing mode, we write better. So I think we're running with that for the first time since 94, 95 when we crashed Grassroots and the Blue album together. So this will be Mosaic and number 13. I'm excited to hear what's coming. Everybody's writing their asses off. We're just having fun knowing that we're in a good space creatively, and what's coming out we're enjoying as much as Mosaic, and just can't wait for people to hear it.
Awesome. You wrote a few lyrics for some of the songs on Mosaic, right? Are you contributing in that form to this new record as well?
Yes, as much as I'm allowed to. I'm a willing participant. Whenever I get the call, I am thrilled to get in the room with Nick and S.A. and Scotch and John Feldman and bang out lyrics because words are fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bass lines can be boring.
Absolutely. After a couple of decades, almost 13 albums, and like countless songs, I got to imagine a change of pace would be nice.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's filled a creative hole in me that was getting bigger and bigger and starting to weigh down on me. And Nick trusting me with words is really important to me.
He's a chatty dude. They come easily.
So this one is for both P-Nut and Nick. You guys kind of created an original sound for yourself by pulling from multiple different genres. And I got to imagine you've been influenced by like everybody under the sun. Were you guys fans of like the Beastie Boys?
Love the Beastie Boys.
I thought you might. At this point in your career, you guys have developed a massive following. Your fans are absolutely loyal to the core. You've got 12 albums under your belt. There's been 18 consecutive summer tours. There is a 311 cruise, and 311 Day happens every year. And Mike D from the Beastie Boys throwing a little shade your way. Did you hear him talking about that not too long ago?
Yeah, we heard that. You can't hear a cricket fart without hearing it on the internet.
Right? So like with someone of that caliber who has influenced you isn't exactly being positive per se. Does it kind of put a damper on your mojo?
Definitely. I mean, it's not an uplift for sure, but it's also something to be taken with a grain of salt too. I mean, I've got Bootsy Collins' phone number in my phone. Joe Strummer was a huge fan of 311. We can throw around cool influences for days and days, and if there's one negative out there, it kind of goes with the territory.
Right.
And it's all good. I'm sure I've talked shit about other bands too, and this is that reflecting back on me, and it makes me kind of watch what I say and watch what I think about other creative entities. It really, does because it did hurt.
I've done that. I've talked crap on other bands occasionally. Not a lot, but I have done it. Sure. And I've always just felt, man, why did I do that?
Yeah, there's no game.
Really
there's no game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would imagine that Mike D kind of feels the same way. He's probably saying it all casually.
Right.
It's not like he was going out hunting us down or anything. So it's just, I don't know. It happened. It wasn't pretty. Who cares? But isn't it much better to focus on the stuff you do like, the good stuff? Talking about Bootsy Collins and Joe Strummer, bands that were great and still are great. Their music lives on, and they still have so much more. Yeah, you can't be everybody's favorite band, and if one of your influences doesn't get what you do, then. I just want to say they're also kind of responsible for our sound. So
yeah,
if he doesn't like it, he can feel a little guilty about it too.
I've heard some of our heroes bag on what we've done, too. So
yeah, it's a part of being out there. It's all good. Nothing but love. Speak your mind. Be yourself.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I love that you guys have, broadened the horizons of so many fans across the country. When you guys were coming up and first became a thing, not everybody knew about the reggae and the ska. It was all kind of just cookie cutter general genres for each kind of music. So personally, I want to thank you for that. I know we're getting pretty close to time here, but we're super excited for the Never Ending Summer Tour 2018, the Offspring 311 with Gym Class Heroes. You guys are going to be hitting the Northeast about mid-May. You can catch them at Syracuse, Hartford, Homedale, Bethel, and Jones Beach. Tickets for all those shows on sale and available right now. Thank you guys so much for giving us a couple minutes of your time today.
Of course, anytime.